Oh, don't you freaking turn on now. It's like having negative intuition. Off! Off, I say. Cease! Undead Doctor Strange cosplay costume progress. This one makes it really clear. I'm still going to avoid a great deal of detailing because this is going to be an undead Doctor Strange. And of course he camp out of a rooftop with dust and mortar and brick fragments all over. So it's going to be on the dirty side. To save myself a lot of stitching. So I cut these strips, measured with this, folded this over, pinned it down with masking tape, flipped it over, and applied the duct tape. Made progress with using the foam rubber. I decided not to inflate them for the hands. The hands I'm talking about are for these. If you didn't see it in my last video, what I got worked out for the body, these, and for the head, I decided to go with stuffing these rather than trying to inflate them because I don't know if they'll hold air even if I glue the openings. And the glue isn't always that neat to work with. By the way, these take static electricity very easily. Just opening the bag. When I went to work on this, these foam pieces were sticking to my hands and everything else. Trying to free fly. Let's see. Again, I'm really happy with this material I found. Chiffon. Chiffon. Using that for the cloak is going to be absolutely awesome. It's super lightweight. Hang on. It's not a very clear picture, low resolution. But see how that chiffon is going to play in really well. Indeed. Okay, so everybody's obsessed with having the hands up in the air. It looks like a evil dart. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, insta-kill hybrid. It's too much. So on myself, I'm going to have a few hands very close to the body and wrapped around. I need to clear this picture up. Oh yeah, that's much better. Damn glare. Save. All right. So I'm going to have the hands, instead of up in the air, they're going to be hanging on to my neck, shoulder, and chest. Maybe arms. So I tried doing some work with the sticks I collected for the wounds on the chest, broken ribs and such, but the sticks I collected were too green, too fresh, and once I got them trimmed down to size, I could not break them. So either I need to find fresh dried sticks and whittle and trim them down, or go for some spare ribs here. Off you, SOB. Enough interruptions. Now the problem with this is my own actual chest cage measures from here all the way out to here. These are going to be too small for substitutes. If I do use them, it's going to be messy. By the way, the anatomy is wrong here. No collarbone. Maybe take these upper ones, which are a little bit longer, and I'll make the break, separate them farther to make up for the lack of length to measure up to my own rib width. This guy's jaw is way too small. And not all eye sockets are black, they're actually white. They just have a little shadow in them. I sprayed this to lighten it up. The other bit I decided to do, I'm going to have to do to make proper thick scars and wounds on the face. Let me see. Where's that picture? That is going to have to be done in layers. So instead of doing it on myself and spending a lot of time waiting for it to dry and not being able to do anything until it does, I got this to put it onto. So I'll put the layers on there, create the mock wounds. Oh, where's that material? Had scar putty put away somewhere. I misplaced it. Anyway, I'll use the scar putty, form the texture, put the latex. I think I might put a layer of latex on the bottom first. See if the scar putty will stick to it. If it doesn't, take that off. Use the scar putty directly on this. Then put the latex layers over it to form out the wounds. Got the coloration of these down about right. I use dark gray Plastidip first and then white. Got the coloration about right. Now let me show you what I'm doing with this. I have used liquid latex to attempt to form scars on this model I just bought. A word of caution for those of you who wish to use a model like this for latex. About 10% of the latex sticks to the styrofoam, and when you attempt to peel it free, it takes styrofoam with it. It will do damage to the styrofoam. Now, when I was working with it, and it was already dry, I had handled something when I had my hand in the glove that this Plastidip rubber coating actually does peel free from this latex glove. Latex? Vinyl? I forget. Vinyl, possibly. Well, anyway, it doesn't perfectly adhere. It's not very strong. So, while wearing these, while wearing these, we all have to be very careful not to put too much tension on it, or it's going to peel and the yellow is going to bleed through, which is going to ruin the effect visually on my costume. So you got to watch out for that. I had these on my hands when I sprayed them. Make sure it fills out properly. Otherwise, if you spray them like this and then put the gloves on, the rubber is likely to split. I'm eventually going to cut these off to make them fit in better. Evil plastic bags. All right. I need to bring a picture reference. By the way, I am a very serious mystic, deeply philosophical, and this is an objective cosmic mandala that I designed based upon my 30-year research into cosmic structure, studying it from scratch, and theoretically, and with a theoretical twist from logic and potentiality from the very beginning up to the present dynamic reality. That is yet another story. To my picture references. Alright, for that part of the costume, again, I tied off the fingers and turned this inside out and stuffed it with a foam rubber that's used for making pillows and seat cushions. These are still going to be enhanced with this stuff. I've never worked with it before, but I'm sure I can adapt pretty quickly. And it will enhance the features that I put into it through the extra pieces of foam rubber. Yeah, I need to flatten that one out more. May actually get another glove, retie it, restuff it with these very pieces. I was talking about the wounds on the face. See? Nothing taken off of the jaw. Therefore, that is ridiculous. Goatee intact, a couple of claw marks. Now I think that possibly my best bet is, let's see, I'm trying to decide between using scar putty and using leftover foam rubber. Because if let's see, the drawback to using foam rubber is that it's porous. So if I put the liquid latex on it, it's still going to be porous unless I put it on really, really thick, in which case it's going to take several days to dry. Now if I use the scar putty, I've never used the scar putty before, so I'm not sure how fleshy it's going to look. But I'm still going to have to paint it with dried blood color and oil pastels. And I will make this recommendation again, is that you want to break off a couple of pieces, put them in a sandwich bag or a Ziploc bag, and put them in someplace warm, whether it's in a pocket or on a sunny windowsill. Get it to soften up. That way you can use your fingers to rub it on and blend the coloring into where you want it.